Good morning and welcome to Mornings with Luann and Tim. I'm Tim and this is Luann and it's raining again.
It is.
But it's not going to last.
No?
No.
You promise?
I don't make any promises because the weather doesn't really like to promise anything.
No.
However, from what I understand, this rain is supposed to stop by later today and then sun straight through till now all week. That's what I've heard.
Whoa, was it muggy yesterday?
Oh.
Seriously?
If you didn't have air conditioning or a basement, you didn't, huh?
No.
So we have a nice cool basement and that's actually where the master bedroom is. So it's quite comfortable down there. So
Good for you.
8 o'clock at night I was down there for the rest of the evening.
Just stay right down there.
Yeah.
Just like, no
How was
kidding.
your weekend?
It was awesome.
I saw you on Friday night at Relay for Life.
Yes. And we were so happy that the rain held out.
For Relay for Life?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was a beautiful evening.
It was very nice.
Yeah, very touching.
Yes. And then I kind of just thought about my dad yesterday a little bit.
Aw, hon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I made, I have girls' night tonight, so I'm hosting. So I made his recipe for shepherd's pie. But I hate mashed potatoes, so I put sweet potatoes on there. So he's
that's nice. Yeah. But he wouldn't like that.
No, he'd be like, what are you doing? Don't call it my recipe if you're going to say, don't.
Sweet potatoes.
Yeah, I don't like mashed potatoes.
No?
No, the lumpy things in there just kind of send me Yeah, they're nice and smooth and then you get a lump and it's like...
Maybe you're doing something wrong because when I make mashed potatoes, there's no lump.
Jim too, but even now, like from when I was
You
a
have
kid,
a texture thing.
I have a texture thing.
What was the other thing?
Roast beef. Ew! Roast beef, my mother used to cook and it was like that.
Oh, but did she cook it till it was well done?
Oh, she cooked it till it was not even well done.
No, there was something like a yogurt or something. If yogurt has something in it.
Fruit yogurt should not have ever been invented.
She doesn't like the lumps.
Or egg salad with crunchy onions in it. What? Let it be smooth. The bread is smooth. The egg salad is smooth. Do not throw crunchy stuff in there. If you're going to have crunch, eat the crunch. If you're going to have smooth, eat the smooth.
Can you eat potato salad?
I can, but
that's just lumpy potatoes. What's the difference?
But I just take one piece of the potato at a time.
Okay.
Yes.
You are a very peculiar
Tomatoes
woman.
are a dumb invention. Kind of skin-like on the outside and snotty in the middle. I mean, really. Who made the tomato? And who decided, hey, this is a good thing to eat?
No, but see, if you have a fresh tomato, like a really nice fresh one, they're not, as you say, snotty. I don't even know if I can enjoy it. You spoil things for people when you use words like snotty.
And then eggs. Eggs only scrambled because if you don't flip them and let them sit for days, then there's...
You don't like the runny?
The snotty thing around the... I don't mind the soft yolk, but the snotty... Sorry, I didn't mean to say snotty.
You've said it 7 times in 45 seconds.
It's because I feel like I can. Snotty, 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 snotty. How was your weekend?
Well, thanks. It was not snotty.
Oh, good. And neither are you, my friend.
Thank you. It was... I got to work with my friend Richard Kim and Tanya Castellani Greco and Vanessa Lejam and all the wonderful Sherry Walsh.
Oh my, she's like an icon.
She is.
You know what?
You know what? You look at Sherry Walsh and you think this is what dance does for people because she is statuesque and gorgeous. She's older than I am. I think. Yeah, she is. Not a lot, but like just all
I've been in the Sioux for 30 years, and I've never met her.
So, she's so nice.
Really?
And then I know that I'm missing some of the instructors. But it was Studio Dance Art's 15th anniversary. We had Richard on the show on Friday to talk about it. And so it was their year-end recital, SDA 2018 Live. It was just a great weekend. So I'm the MC, which means basically I got all dressed up real nice, and I walk out on stage for 2 minutes and go, welcome to the show. And then I go and sit in the wings with all the dancers and MC from the wings. So you never see me again, but you hear me.
Well, that's not a bad thing. Happy Monday.
But you hear me, and so anyway, watching those dancers They're from Luann. Some of them are like 3 years old. These little itty bitty ones on stage doing their ballet routines. And then because it was the 15th anniversary, they brought back some of the alumni, some of the graduates.
Really?
And seeing them again, because I used to once in a while I would do musical theater classes with those kids when they were, and so some of them that I had when they were 9, 10, 11, 12 years old are now in their mid-20s, and to see them again, it was really great. It was a great weekend.
That's so awesome.
Yes, and
That's
I did
great.
nothing around my house. I did assemble a fountain for my backyard. So
You did?
yes, I did
So
that.
that's like
that was
a
something.
fair
I'm
amount.
gonna get in so much trouble when Keith comes home
Yeah.
this weekend. 'Cause
What
I've done
have you been doing?
nothing. The pool isn't
You
set
know
up
what
with the
though? You've been working.
I have. I've been earning a living.
That's
so.
right. You
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know the last time you had a full day off.
I haven't this month yet, and I won't until the end of the month. Because now tonight I'm going to be the master of ceremonies for the silent and live auction for the United Way's Big Cup Scramble, which is going on today. The Water Tower Inn's Big Cup Scramble for the United Way is happening at the Country Club today, and then we're all going back to the Water Tower Inn for the dinner and the awards, and I'll be trying to raise
Awesome.
some extra money for the United Way by
So
doing
you get
the
to do a
auction.
live auction?
Live auction. There'll be
Have you
actually
ever
some-
done that?
Well, I think once before, but it's a number of years ago. But it's fun because you get to
It
really
is.
abuse people and make them pull. I found out one of our guests today will probably be there.
Oh.
Chief Paul Surrett is here from Garden River to talk about Community Days at Garden River this summer, and he told me he's going to golf in the event later on, so I'm going to hit him up for some cash at the live auction. So.
Just do it while he's here.
yeah, while he's here, I'll just get his. While he's chatting, I'll just reach down and take his wallet.
While he's on the air. Can I
Yeah.
have some money?
Yeah, and then
That
Big
works.
Brothers and Big Sisters are here today too. To
Yes.
talk about what's going on with them and some upcoming events they have.
That sounds awesome. We're
Yeah.
looking forward to it. And we hope that you stay with us on TV mornings
What else you got to do?
with Luann and Tim. It's raining.
Exactly. Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim. And right now, look at this rowdy bunch I have in my studio. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Starting from my left, I have Samantha Solomon. Hi, Samantha.
Hi.
Your position with Garden River First Nation is?
Administrative assistant with assets.
Excellent. And then we have the big man himself, Chief Paul Surrett.
Morning,
Welcome
Tim.
to Mornings with Luann and Tim.
Thanks for having us.
Nice to have you here. And at the very end, last but not least, Amanda Kress. And Amanda, you are a coordinator, is that correct?
Yes, I'm the Summer Community Events Coordinator for Garden River First Nation.
Are you a busy woman these days, Summer Community Events Coordinator?
Yes.
That's a great thing. So, Paul, you've been the chief now for about going on 3 years, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm into my second term now.
Second term? Okay.
Yeah, we're just finishing up this coming September. It'll be our third year.
How are things going for you? You liking the job?
It's going well.
Yeah?
Very exciting. It's a very busy position, but very rewarding. I get
Rewarding.
an opportunity to come out and do these types of things, so it's exciting to be here.
And you know what I didn't know? I was asking you before the show, because we're neighbors, and you guys are just down the road, but there's so much I don't know about Garden River First Nation, and I was asking about sort of the population or how you're represented in Sault Ste. Marie and the district as far as on reserve and off reserve, and the numbers blew me away.
Yeah.
An estimate would be?
Well, approximately, we're just under 3,000 membership, and would be pretty much half-half on reserve and off reserve, so.
3,000.
Yeah.
See, I had no idea it was that larger group. And for the on reserve, you have a community center there, a recreational center. Are there two different things? There's a community center and recreation. Or is it all in the one building, or how does that work?
So there's a community center, a band office, a fire department, daycare, recreation center, bingo hall, golf course, Ojibwe Park. There's lots.
Wow, there's a ton going on. And Amanda, as far as the summer programming goes, do you have stuff for youth going on this summer at Garden River?
This year, I've been working on a project doing up the Youth Council for Garden River First Nation. So we've done a few meetings and got interest from our youth. So we're slowly coming together, but we're coming together. So.
Youth initiatives are always you want it to be, you want the youth to be represented, you want them to have the voice. It's that youth engagement piece where you don't want to actually tell them what to do or come up with the ideas, you want to work with them. And that does take some time because you've got to develop a relationship with the youth. You have to get them to the spot where they feel safe and where they feel like they do have a voice and they can participate and create the stuff. So, and the other thing I love is intergenerational. And I know that with the First Nation culture, with Indigenous people, that elders, people who have lived experience, hold a lot of weight in your community. And the chance for elders to work with, relate to, and interact with youth, I think, is also very important. Do you have programming that works along that lines, or are you working toward that? Or
We do through our, just through our education department alone, we have a program where our elders interact with our young children at the school levels. They're in there reading stories, participating, being part of workshops that promote cultural, our language. We're trying to preserve our language. That's so important to us right now. That's a huge initiative that, unfortunately, our community is not strong in our language, so we're really working on continuing to secure that.
And your language is Anishinaabe, is that right?
Ojibwe.
Oh, you're Ojibwe.
We're Ojibwe.
So, okay, so when I say Miigwech, which language is that?
That's Ojibwe.
That is
Thank you.
Ojibwe? That means thank you.
Yes.
And then I know another one now. Is it Gitchy? No, Gitch me. No, how do I say it? Big thanks. It's Gitchy Miigwech.
Miigwech.
Oh, Chi, I got the wrong one.
Yeah, that's good.
Because Gitchy means
Big.
but it's been sort of reduced to cheap. That was really embarrassing, wasn't it? Here I thought I was going to show off that I knew a new word.
That was pretty good, actually.
Chimigwech
Not
means
bad.
big thanks,
Yeah.
great
Yes.
thanks, because Gitchi is big, and because I know that because of Gitchi Game, which is the Gitchi Game. That's the lake, right? Lake Superior.
Yeah.
Is that?
We'll just
You
not.
guys, I need to take some
we'll
courses.
We'll just not.
Does anybody offer courses for people like me who
Yes,
want to
they
learn
do.
the language?
Yes.
Who does that?
Barb Nolan, one of our elders, she's a language keeper, and she speaks and she teaches actually, who's our PC? Ross Romano.
Is that where he learned his?
Ross is who he learned from, was Barb.
Did you see the debates on ONNtv? Because he came here and he sat here and he did like a huge thing and he did a whole introduced himself and everything in Ojibwe. I was really impressed.
Yeah.
He learned from Barb Nolan.
Yeah, and Barb Nolan currently works through our, she's contracted through our daycare. So she's teaching our young ones, our little ones, trying to, we're not fully immersed, but we'd like to be there. So that's one of the initiatives that's huge, because we're building a future for our children.
Well, sure.
And one of that is our language and our cultural component.
It's the first language of our country.
Yeah.
I mean, of Turtle Island, right?
Yes.
How many different languages would there have been? Does anybody know?
Oh, there's a number of dialects.
Really, eh?
Just in Canada alone.
Wow.
Let alone North America.
See,
Turtle
this
Island.
is the stuff that I don't know enough, and I could. Do you think that?
Well, I'll tell you, Tim, on one of the evenings of our events, we have clan teachings. We're doing cultural, some teachings, and it's open to the community, so you're welcome to come down. And,
When are those?
That evening.
That's going to be happening on Monday the 13th.
Is this July or August?
This is August.
Monday, August the 13th.
Yes.
I'm going to have to have you. I know that we booked this now, but I'm going to have to have you back on, Samantha, closer to the date to talk more about this, because there's a lot of
There's a
stuff going
whole
on.
week of
yes.
events.
Oh my gosh, we have to go to commercial. I'm going to look at this, and we're going to come back in just about a minute or so with these fabulous people from Garden River First Nation, because the reason they're really here is to talk about their community days. So we'll get to that in our next segment. Stay with us more. Mornings with Luann and Tim right after this.
There's a ton of events going on. The cultural component alone is just...
So we are now back. I'm trying to get Samantha here to tell me all about the programming for the community days. I'm like, okay, so talk about this. And then she just before we went to the air, she slid the page back to Amanda. Amanda, why don't you give us some highlights of what's going, since Samantha won't play nice in the sandbox, why don't you tell us a little bit about what we can expect in August? And we're all invited, right?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
This invitation is open to our entire surrounding communities. The whole thing is to get everybody working together, networking, having fun.
The whole North Shore, Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, all
Absolutely,
over. So let's have a rundown of what we can expect.
Sure. So our community days are going to be from August 11th to the 19th in August.
Okay.
We're kicking it off with a family ball tournament on Saturday.
Baseball?
Slow pitch.
Slow pitch.
yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, and we're going to have a soccer, baseball event for the smaller children as well.
Yay, okay.
So
Can I play
everybody
that
can-
one? Because I really am not good at the other kind of baseball.
We'll start you off slow.
I'm left-handed, so I have to catch and throw with my left hand. And nobody wants me on their team because I have to pull the glove off and throw and then catch too. Anyway, carry on. It's not about me.
No problem. On that day as well, we're going to be drawing our big 50-50 tickets that we've been selling, trying to, raise a little bit of money for,
sure.
these events that are coming up.
Things don't cost. They're not cheap.
No.
I know, because you got to hire me. Go on.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Yeah.
So on Sunday, the 12th, we have our big money bingo from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
Okay.
And that's at the bingo
8
hall.
a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
By the end of the day, you're going to have a ton of money available to win, right?
Well, we're hoping so.
Okay.
And then following that, we'll be doing our Community Day Parade. So we will have all of our departments and businesses hopefully participating in that parade, and there's prizes for the best float.
Where's the parade going to go?
It is going to start at the rec center
Yes.
and then go up the highway to the community center.
Fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
On Monday, we talked a little bit about the cultural day.
Yes, but I have to come and that's the, what did you say it was?
There's clan
Clan
teachings.
teachings.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going.
Okay, we'll expect you.
Okay. Maybe I'll bring a camera crew.
Okay, you can do that, and then you guys can eat after.
Yeah, oh,
We
all right.
have a chili and a pie cook-off to follow the cultural day.
Excellent.
So on Tuesday, the next day, we have our scavenger hunt from 4:30 to 6:30, and then we also have a euchre tournament that evening.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting and fun.
Mm-hmm.
On Wednesday, we have our family carnival, and that's from 4 to 7. So we're going to have like games
Games
and
and-
barbecue and
Really
like,
focused on the kids and the families,
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
Nice, and that's midweek.
Yes.
Last year we had a dunk tank and we all participated.
Did you get dunked?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun with it, members of council, myself,
Yeah.
and a lot of our
We got
community
to dunk
members.
them first.
Yeah.
Did you? Oh, fun.
It
All
was a lot of
right.
fun. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
we'll see you there in the dunk booth.
I'll be throwing a ball at you if you're sitting on that
we
bench
go.
there,
Yeah,
mister.
by all means, yep.
So following the family carnival, we'll also be having a talent show, something like Garden River's Got Talent. So it's going to be so much fun.
Paul, what are you doing for the talent show?
I haven't determined what my act is going to be just
gonna
yet.
sing.
Yeah,
He's gonna
maybe
sing?
karaoke, maybe a
Yeah, okay.
couple classic Merle Haggards or something. That might do it. Yeah.
I love it.
And Sam, do you want to talk about Thursday?
Oh, look, you're going to
Thursday,
speak.
Yes, I'm gonna speak.
All right.
Thursday is the comedy night, and
Which camera do you want me to hold this up for, Michael? Tell me in my ear. I got a poster. The one that's in front of me, right like this. There we go. Oh, hi, Bruce.
so I was recommended by a lot of people to get in touch with Mr. Tim here, and he's gonna be Gina Lola.
International Bridge. Gina Lola International Bridge is going to go to Garden River for the first time ever. I'm going to hang out with the First Nation people and learn all about everything and maybe teach them how to make us some meatballs.
And he is
I'm just the opening act, though.
You're the opening act for Mr. Chance Rush. He was recommended by Milo Smith, which is a Native American comedian. And he's from the U.S., I believe North Dakota.
Right on. This is on the 16th. It's in my, hey, and look what they're serving after. Pasta and meatballs. is that in honor of Gina?
There we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
In
Tickets
honor
are
of Gina.
$30, and that's for me and Chance and pasta and meatballs.
Included, yes.
Listen, all right. Can I just tell you that I'm worth $30 alone? So this is a bonus. You're getting Chance and the meatballs for free, basically, is what's happening
Yes,
here.
and that's being hosted at Silver Creek Golf Course.
Silver Creek Golf Course. Excellent. And tickets are at adult event 18 and up. Kids, you got the whole week to play and have fun. This one is adults only. Tickets are available online or no?
Just through me.
How?
Here's my contact information. Just call me, my email.
We could just call Garden River Band Office or Garden River Rec Center, anywhere in Garden River, and they'll say,
That's right.
I want Samantha Solomon.
Yeah.
But if you're interested, her number is 705-256-5413, and you can get tickets for Gina Lola International Brigida and Chance Rush and the Pasta Meatball Dinner August the 16th. What else is going on? Going back to you again.
Going back to me again.
Yeah,
So on the Friday, we also have our golf tournament. We have
at
our,
Silver Creek?
Yes, we have that every year, and so that will be happening. That evening, we'll be having Dusty Rhodes come and perform for us,
Nice.
as well as Derek Miller, who is also a Anishinaabe entertainer.
Yes.
And everything is going to be set up in like all of our, I guess, like the equipment and stuff is going to be set up by one of our locals, Tim Johns.
Oh,
So
yeah.
It's going to be a great event.
We have our outdoor pavilion there at Silver Creek now, which is going to host this music event. So we're promoting
Outdoor
and
music
developing.
under a pavilion kind of
pavilion,
thing? How
yeah.
nice is that for the
Yeah.
summertime?
Yeah.
We're hoping it's going to be like really nice because of, you know, it's warm in August and it'll be nice, cool evenings. So
Beautiful.
that's what we're hoping for. And then we lead right into our powwow for Saturday and Sunday. And
Can anybody go to the powwow?
yes, anybody is welcome.
Okay.
And this year our theme is honoring our women. So it's going to be hopefully nice and powerful. So
You guys, what a great job you've done of organizing this. It sounds like a fantastic week. I'm looking forward to it. We should all go because these are our friends and neighbors. We need to learn more about Garden River First Nation, Indigenous culture, your heritage, your language, and I'm looking forward to it. So I will see you there. We're going to have you back on the show again closer to the date because I want to promote this some more, all right?
absolutely.
It's been a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much. This is
you.
Samantha and Chief Paul Surratt and Amanda. We'll see you all at the Garden River Community Days starting on August the 11th, right through the whole week, and you can find out more just by contacting Garden River First Nation. So stay with us. We'll be back with the news and Lou Ann after this message.
Hey, guys.
Firefighters responded to a blaze at 50 Wellington Street late Saturday evening. Platoon Chief Rob Grieve said nobody was hurt. However, damage to the home is extensive and spread next door to a martial arts building. This is one of 3 residential fires that occurred just last week. Provincial police say human remains were found outside a vehicle near Sudbury. Investigators were called to investigate an abandoned passenger vehicle at about 3 o'clock on Friday and found the remains nearby. Police say the identity of the deceased has not been confirmed yet, and a post-mortem will take place in the coming days. They say the Sudbury Detachment Crime Unit is investigating, but they note that there is no threat to public safety. Researchers were in Kenora over the weekend spilling diluted oil sands bitumen and crude oil into a lake to study how the ecosystem from microbes to fish responds. The pilot project is known as Freshwater Oil Spill Remediation Study. Vince Pallas, the scientist who's leading the experiment, said the area is typically known for experiments involving a whole lake, but this work is different. He said small enclosures were being used to contain that oil. The oil was spilled inside 4 yellow floating boomed rectangles, each along 2.5 meters of shrub and sphagnum moss shoreline. The spills were 1.25 liters each and were to be left for 72 hours, then cleaned up by professional oil spill responders. Pallas's team will study impacts on microbes, algae, zooplankton, insects, wood frogs, and fathead minnows by sampling soil, water, and sediment before and after the spill and cleanup. They'll look for direct impacts from fouling and poisoning, but also indirect effects on such survival and reproduction of fish. York University students aren't feeling hopeful that they'll be back in class anytime soon, even after some of the school's striking contract workers voted to accept the university's latest offer. QP 3903 Unit 2 said more than 1,000 course directors and some teaching instructors who are not full-time graduate students will return to work today, but about 2,000 other teaching and graduate assistants who belong to 2 other units will remain on the picket line of the 15-week strike. Students and even some staff say they're confused about when or if classes will resume in lieu of Unit 2 accepting the offer, and they don't feel optimistic that the uncertainty caused by the battle that began in March over wages and job security will end anytime soon. The union chairman, Devin Lefebvre, did not immediately respond to requests for comment, but in a Friday news release stressed that the units that have yet to agree to the offer cannot accept precarious work and the decline of academic integrity at York, and will continue to work toward a fair contract. Meanwhile, York University spokesperson Barbara Joy said in an email yesterday that the university has been working with staff to facilitate a return to classes, saying this has been a long and difficult process for everybody involved. Joy said the university is promising to provide details on classes, which she noted will not resume immediately, adding that students will be notified in the coming days. 4 in every 10 children residing in Finance Minister Bill Morneau's downtown Toronto riding live in poverty, one of the highest rates identified in a new report tracking child poverty rates across all 338 federal ridings. The anti-poverty advocacy group behind the report, it's called Campaign 2000, hopes the data will prod the government to approve a soon-to-be finalized poverty reduction strategy before next year's federal election and enshrine commitments in legislation so it can't be undone by a future government. The Liberals have promised to create a poverty reduction strategy before the end of this 4-year mandate. Morneau will have a say in how much new federal spending may be made available for the strategy. The report being released today says ridings with high child poverty rates also had higher proportions of lone parent families and Indigenous peoples. Laird Township will hear the engines roar after a 2-year hiatus, with short track auto racing returning on Friday, June 22nd. The event will consist of 4 divisions taking to the track with 4 cylinders, ABC, modifieds, and super late models. They will hit the Superior International Motorplex for the 2018 racing season opener. The grandstand gates open at 5:30 and cars take to the track for 5 for hot laps, with the green flag dropping at 7:15 p.m. Ryan Strashnitsky's family home is about to be renovated to accommodate his needs after the Humboldt Broncos player was paralyzed in that bus crash in April. A fundraiser was held to help with the family's costs.
I'll start. I have you. Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim. That was a really interesting chat I had.
Yes.
And I got invited to a sweat lodge and everything by Paul
Really?
Surratt, yes, by the chief. So I'm going to go and start doing stuff at the. I really do want to learn more about
I
First
do
Nation
too.
culture. So
I love how they honor Mother Nature and their women and their elders. I think it's awesome.
absolutely. And now we've got. We're going to have some video from our friends. We have Sergeant Monique Baker from the OPP and
Yes.
Constable Sean Beaulieu from the City Police Force. And they are presently getting ready to run all across Northern Ontario. I mean, they're doing everything. They're going from Wawa, Hearst, Cochrane, Timmins.
Everywhere in between.
Everywhere, and then back to Manitoulin, and then arriving back in Sault Ste. Marie for next Saturday, because they're going to be involved in the passing of the torch for the Special
Yes.
Olympics. They're using the bridge walk next Saturday as the occasion to pass the torch for
That's
the Special
awesome.
Olympics.
So
this
we're
is
going
all-
to keep up with them, right?
we are. So I believe that they are now getting ready to go to Wawa if we want to go and see where
Yeah.
Monique and Sean are
How are
at.
things going, guys?
Do we have that? No.
Good morning, Tim. Here we are. We're starting our trek across the Northeast region for the Law Enforcement Torch Run for Special Olympics. We're looking forward to it. We're making our way up to Wawa this morning.
We're going to be hitting 24 torch runs over the week. Today, we're going to hit Wawa, we're going to be up in Hearst, Kapuskasing, and we're going to continue this all week long. Law Enforcement Torch Run is actually the largest grassroots fundraiser for the Special Olympics, and we raised $2.3 million for Special Olympics here in Ontario over the last year. So we're quite excited to get out and help with the fundraising all across the north, as well as promoting the fact that we're hosting the 2019 Winter Games in Sault Ste. Marie this year. People can find out more information about that at ssm2019games.com, but we definitely have quite a few different events coming up, including a sponsorship with Max over the entire month of July where people can donate, and that money's going to stay in Sault Ste. Marie.
So we're looking forward to meeting everybody in all the communities along the Northeast region as we make our way across. Talk to you later.
Good luck, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Well, Monique, I know, is in amazing shape.
Yes.
She likes to hike and run. She runs all the time.
She's always out.
She climbs that Robertson cliffs all the time.
Really?
Oh, she's a maniac. She's
Wow.
yeah.
Awesome.
She invites me to go, but I say, no, I'll just wait at the bottom for you with coffee.
Yeah, well, we'll meet for coffee afterwards. That's all good. So we're going to keep up with them throughout the week, all week. So wherever they're at, they're going to come back and let you know how things are going.
And I asked them if they could do me a favor and try to find landmarks in each of the communities they broadcast from. So I'm hoping that we'll see them with the Wawa Goose when they get to the Goose and whatever. And I don't know what other landmarks there are in Northern Ontario, so I'm going to learn as we go.
Yes, me too.
And I see you see the torch in the background there?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, so cool.
I keep forgetting there's actually a torch.
There really is for the Special Olympics, which we are hosting in Sault Ste. Marie, January 2019. It's going to be a huge event. We're bringing athletes from all over the place. Well, and this is the Ontario Winter Olympics, I believe. So it's a big deal for Sault Ste. Marie to be hosting this. I'm very excited for that. Yeah,
absolutely, and just in time for the Bridge Walk, like you said.
Yeah, the Bridge Walk, which is this coming Saturday, and later this week we're going to have Rory Ring on from the Chamber of Commerce to talk about the Bridge Walk, to promote the Bridge Walk, and also talk a little bit about what's going on now between our neighbors to the south and between us with the trade agreements and such, and how that's affecting relations.
Do they still like us?
I hope. Well, anyway, now I'm going to have an interview with the Big Brothers and Big Sisters coming up after this break.
Awesome.
Yes, they have a lot of things going on. There were some big changes in the agency recently, and then also they have a lot of events coming up this summer and fundraising and promotions as well. So stay with us. More from Mornings with Luann and Tim and Big Brothers and Big Sisters right after this. Joining me in the studio right now, Rebecca Bolton. Good morning, Rebecca.
Morning, Tim.
Rebecca is the executive director of Big Brothers and Big Sisters Sault Ste. Marie. And then we have Roshna. Roshna's last name is Roshna is Robin?
Yes.
Roshna Robin, marketing and fundraising coordinator. Yes?
Exactly, yeah.
This is pretty, Roshna, this is a pretty new position for you, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, just after my graduation. Yeah.
Where did you graduate from?
I graduated from Sault College in Public Relations and Events Management.
Excellent. And your position now is in public relations and marketing and fundraising coordinating, so that's a perfect fit for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And how have you found the job so far?
I enjoy it a lot.
Yes.
And I love to go there. Yeah.
You love to go to work every day?
I never had Monday blues.
Oh,
so far. Yeah,
great addition.
it's only because of the people I work with. They just make sure that the work environment I am in is stressless. It is stress-free, and we really enjoy that.
wow.
Yeah, you know what? We every day we go for a lunch jogging. Yeah. Can you believe that? We, like me, with my director and the coordinator, we just go for a jog, 1 hour jog during lunchtime. That's how we enjoy.
What a healthy environment.
Thank you. We try.
Rebecca,
We try.
nicely done.
Well, you know what? It's easy. Roshna's been such a great addition to the office. She's excellent at what she does, so I don't have to worry. So when she says stressless, it's because I can say, here's what we have coming up. this is what we need you to do. I know that it's done. And yeah, we take our breaks and get outside, and it's important.
And for those of you who don't know this, if you are stressed at all, the 10 minutes, you spend 10 minutes outside going for a walk, doing just some light physical movement, some breathing, that is going to get rid of your stress. It's a huge part of your day, keeping healthy, keeping mindful. Just a little 10-minute fresh air breather, just a little bit of exercise will do it for you, right?
Yeah.
No need to make her run for a whole half hour and not feed the woman. Does she let you eat when you're after you're done running?
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice of you, Rebecca. At least
I try.
Now, amazing that you've remained stress-free, because there have been some major changes for Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Do you want to talk a little bit about that, Rebecca?
Yeah, absolutely. The last 5 years with the agency, we've really undergone a number of big transitions. The first being the two separate agencies merging into one. So prior to 2013, Big Brothers and Big Sisters ran as two separate entities.
Out of two different buildings?
Two different buildings,
with two different administrations?
directors, two different staff,
Oh.
but all serving the youth of Sault Ste. Marie and
Right.
hitting the same wells for funding and sponsorship.
Ah.
So the move together is happening actually nationally, right across Canada. Most of the agencies are moving to that, and it was a really good decision for the board members.
It makes sense, doesn't it? Because then you're not cutting each other's grass when you're trying to get the funding or trying to get the volunteers.
Yeah.
You're not stepping on each other's toes.
Exactly.
No more silos,
Nope.
right? Not that, I mean, that happens in organizations. No matter how hard you try to keep those lines of communication open, it just naturally happens when you're not connected that way.
Oh, absolutely, because it's youth mentoring agencies, but it is a business, so they were run as two separate businesses. Now we're together.
Fiscally more responsible?
Well, most definitely. And also nationally that movement has changed, and the look of Big Brothers, Big Sisters has changed also. Most people are familiar with the traditional one-to-one match, big brother, little brother, big sister, little sister. But that's changed so that it's not gender-specific youth mentoring.
Come on.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes. So now we have cross-gender matches. Actually, Sault Ste. Marie, we're leading the way with cross-gender matches right now. We have 8 big sisters matched with little brothers. We have 3 couples matched with youth. We're also introducing family matching, so all families, entire families can get involved. So the move has been a really good one. It's addressed our wait list, which is always an issue when you're a volunteer-driven agency, is getting people to step up and spend the time. So this way families can do it, couples can do it. Our Big Sister Little Brother matches are some of the best matches that we have, because most youth need positive adult role model,
It's not gender specific.
No. So
And
it's
we
great.
know this because of how the changes in society alone reflect that.
Most definitely.
We have single mothers that do amazing jobs of
Yes.
raising their children. We have single fathers who do the same. We have same-sex couples that are raising children, that have raising beautiful, healthy, smart, well-loved children.
Absolutely.
So there's no reason why a mother can't love a son and raise a son any differently than a father could.
Oh, most definitely, and we applaud that. Society applauds that. So now they're sort of catching up to that mindset.
I
so
love
it's great.
that.
I
And
thought
we
that
are
you might.
giving a great opportunity for the people in the community to step in and do something for the great cause, because we are molding the next generation.
Absolutely.
Yes.
See, there you go. Okay, we're going to take a short break.
Sure.
We're going to come back after our commercial, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the actual programming, some of the activities, and how people can get involved, because you just knocked down so many barriers by doing this. It's a very exciting time for Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Stay with us. We'll be back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim, and the Big Brothers and Big Sisters Association of Sault Ste. Marie right after this. Welcome back. Now, I've been saying Roshna. It's Roshna.
Yes.
I think I was saying Roshna. I'm sorry, Roshna.
Roshna.
Roshna, may I ask you, where is you from originally? Where did you come from?
I'm from India,
From where in India?
Kerala.
Okay, that means nothing to me.
Yeah, I know, that's right.
So what was it like coming to Sault Ste. Marie? Did you come right to Sault Ste. Marie? Did you go elsewhere in Canada first?
Yeah, I just come straight to Sault Ste. Marie.
What was that like?
Last year, September.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and
And then boom, winter.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And we never had winter,
No.
like snow in India. So I was really excited in the
Until-
very first day, just first day, and then just I was waiting for that to get over. Oh,
You were excited for the first day, and I was like, okay, enough. I know, that's how, Roshna, trust me, that's how we feel, and I've lived here all my life.
Yeah, that's true.
It's wonderful, and Sioux College is doing a great job with finding placements for you. And you're with the Big Brothers. We actually have Manish works here now. He also went through the same program, and he's being trained as a cameraman. So it's fantastic what Sioux College is doing, integrating these fabulous, your culture. I'm so glad that you're bringing your culture to our city.
Yeah.
Your food.
Yes.
Anyway, enough about you, Roshna. Let's get back to Big Brothers, Big Sisters. What kind of stuff are we looking at now for programming, and what's coming up for Big Brothers, Big Sisters in our community?
So most people, like I said, are familiar with a traditional one-to-one match. So we have our one-to-one matches, still our most popular program, still the most sought-after match. We have our couples matches, our cross-gender matches. We also have a program called Big Bunch, and that was developed to speak specifically to the wait list. So when youth are accepted into the program and are waiting to be matched, we want to keep them engaged. We want them to still have the opportunity to get out in the community, learn more about Sault Ste. Marie, spend time with our volunteers, adult role models. So we try to organize or schedule bi-weekly outings so that they're out as a group. So we may have 7 or 8 or 10 or 12 of the kids in our program out with 3 or 4 volunteers who volunteer specifically for group outings.
Just for that program,
Yes.
so they're not
Yes.
necessarily being a one-on-one Big Brother,
No.
Big Sister.
No.
They are taking these groups out.
Yes,
to
they
keep them
recognize
engaged
that
until
they
get-
don't have the time for weekly or bi-weekly outings, and they don't want to start into a program. Or a lot of people will use it sort of as a stepping stone. Do I have the time? Can I get out bi-weekly? And
Because people don't know what to expect
No.
if they haven't been a Big Brother
No.
or a Big Sister.
Absolutely.
This is a great way for them to just test the water and see how it feels.
yeah, yeah. And
I
it
think
keeps the
that's
kids
fantastic.
engaged. They're not just sitting
You
waiting.
have a waiting list?
We do have a wait list. We absolutely have a wait list. Historically, the wait list has been significant. Right now, we're probably sitting at about 22 youth who are waiting to be matched. The majority are little brothers. For some reason, male volunteer recruitment just isn't as organic as female. We have to really actively recruit for male volunteers, and we will be gearing up for.
Are you listening, Sault Ste. Marie? They have to actively recruit for male volunteers.
Yes.
Guys, come on.
Step
Get
up.
smart. Step up.
Man up.
There are 22 young men, the boys.
17 right now, little brothers, and the rest are sisters
What-
waiting to be matched, but they will be matched fairly quickly.
What age ranges are these youth?
The youth have to be 6 to join the program. They have to be matched prior to their 15th birthday. 8 or 9 seems to be the age that a lot of parents or guardians recognize that the child may need a little bit more support or need someone who's there just for them. So 8 or 9 is when most kids come into our program, but we have 6-year-olds and we have 15-year-olds. They really do right across the spectrum, age spectrum. They can stay matched right until their 18th birthday. Then they're no longer youth, so for insurance reasons, they age out of the program, but most stay friends. If you start into the program and stay matched until you're 15, 16, 18, clearly that friendship and that relationship is there, and we find that those friendships maintain lifelong.
My partner Keith was a little brother.
Really? I didn't know
Yes,
that.
he was, and I remember driving down Baseline, and he'd point and he'd say, "That was the house of the gentleman who was my big brother."
Really?
And they did stay in touch. They reconnected years later. When Keith had left the city for a while, when he came back, he reconnected because that bond, as you say, has always been there.
Absolutely.
And with Keith's success in life, he's heard from the gentleman saying how proud he is of him. It's a beautiful
That's
relationship.
fantastic.
It
I
is.
like hearing those stories. That's, I mean,
And
the
you're
part of my
tearing
job
up as
that's,
I
I
tell you
know. That's what makes the work that we do so important, but why we do what we do, because, well, social services, we're certainly not in it for,
The money.
No.
No, it's all.
But we're in it for exactly that.
Exactly.
And that's why, and actually with Roshna and Michael Gagne, who's our mentor coordinator, I think that's why we work well together, is because we all share that passion. When we hear those success stories, or when a little who's been on the wait list gets the match and flies into the office a week later and says, "I love my big brother," or "I love my big
Oh,
sister,"
man.
it's fantastic. It's great. And we get to see those. I mean, we see see actually coming to this studio. There's former Big Brothers, there's former Little Brothers. So
Oh,
we
Kevin.
see, yes.
Ah,
Yes.
Hey, Kevin, he's right through that wall over there. And actually, Kevin was the one who said, you should reach out to Big Brothers and Big Sisters to have them on the show. It changed my life.
Most definitely. So we can, we can share the stats, and that's great, but it's when you meet the people whose lives have been changed for the better because of the program that we want to ensure that we sustain and that we continue.
Roshna, the time commitment for someone who is volunteering to be a big brother or a big sister, what is the variance? Let's say somebody maybe who wants to come in and do the group work, or all the way up to somebody who wants to be an actual one-on-one. Can you speak to that at all? Do you have that
I
kind?
want to add something else too.
Absolutely, you go.
Because as a part of my program in public relations and events management, we had something called a program proposal for an organization, especially a non-profit organization, and I have been given Big Brothers, Big Sisters. So I know that the greatest challenge they face nowadays is male mentors. So what I did is I did a survey in our college. So from the result, what I found was people have an assumption that we need great commitment from them. No, it's not like they have to spend 4 to 5 hours daily for kids. No, not at all. We just need 1 or 2 hours in a week or bi-weekly. That's what we want, and that can change a kid. That can save a kid from depression, that can change a kid from loneliness, that can mold a kid, that can mold a confident gentleman for the future.
I could listen to you talk for a long time. Roshna, that was so beautifully said.
Yes.
And when you talk about loneliness and depression, those are key components to someone who ends up suffering from addiction and substance use and misuse.
Yeah.
So by 2 hours, 3 hours, you could also stop somebody from going down that wrong path. So this is amazing work that you're doing. Now let's talk about some of the events that are coming up. We haven't even talked about the events that you have this summer. What's up on your calendar?
Fundraising events, our big one that we're gearing up for is our 2nd annual Golf for Kids' Sake with Craig Hartsburg.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're going out to the route.
We are going out to the route. Yes.
River Golf Club.
Root River
Hello,
Golf Course.
Barsanti family. We're a little bit connected.
A little.
Yeah.
July 21st. 10 a.m. shotgun start. It's going to be a great time. So last year was our first rollout of our tournament, and we had a fabulous time. The feedback that we received from the golfers was that it was a very relaxed, very family friendly. It's competitive, but we set a par 3 format so everyone can come out and golf, and we want to see kids. We want to see grandkids.
You do?
Oh, most definitely. We're a youth mentoring agency, so if Grandpa can bring children, if Bigs and Littles can come out, then yeah, we
To golf
definitely
together?
to golf
Yes.
together. Yes.
And Craig Hartsburg, what a guy.
Great
eh?
spokesperson. that coaching,
He's a
mentoring
hero.
tie is so close. And his return to the Sioux and really wanting to focus on mentoring and coaching, and it was a really natural fit. Yes, and he's a lovely person, as is his wife. They're fabulous.
I don't know her.
Peggy and Craig are fantastic, and we really, really appreciate
So
their
that's
support.
July 21st.
July
at the Root.
21st.
How
at
do you
Root River.
register for that for the golf tournament?
So you can call the office. You can send us an email. I'll absolutely provide you with that information. Roshna has created a Facebook event page. Registration is right online. If that's easier for people, go to our website, our Big Brothers Big Sisters, right online. We make it very easy for people to get involved.
So you could just Google Big Brothers Big Sisters Sault Ste. Marie. Boom! It's going to take you to your website, and the information's there, and that'll
all
link you
there.
to the Facebook page too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful, easy.
Yeah.
All right. So we have the golf tournament. Anything else coming up, Roshna, that you want to talk about besides the golf tournament? Maybe is there stuff coming up after the summer?
Yeah, the big bailout.
The big bailout.
Yeah, which is one of our greatest fundraisers.
Is that where you put the people in jail?
Yeah,
and,
exactly. Yeah.
and then you have to donate. You sponsor somebody,
Yes,
right?
Yes. They have to come up with their bail money.
Oh.
Yes.
Maybe I should be put in jail.
I think you probably
Yes.
And now that there are a
I
lot of
just
people who
thought
believe that I
about
really
that.
should be put in jail, but maybe I'll do it for a fundraiser.
That would be
We could cover
fantastic.
that. Oh, I want to go to jail, and then you can all, but you all have to like donate to me. Will you fund me? Fund me. I can do it through this.
We're going to sign you up before we leave.
Okay, we got to get going because I got to bring. You know, this show isn't all about us. There's another woman here. Her name is Luann. I don't know if you've ever met her. She deserves some airtime too. So I'm going to wrap this up. Is that okay? Was there any last words?
No, that's fantastic. We really appreciate the opportunity. And
Rebecca,
Come back
Roshna,
and
come
chat
back
again.
anytime. Come back closer to the date before July 18th, and we'll plug that tournament again.
21st. But
24. Oh.
So if you're going to plug it, it's July 21st.
You're gonna plug it right, Murphy. Rebecca Bolton.
Nice seeing
thank
you.
you
Thank
also.
you very much.
Roshna Robbins, so nice meeting you. We'll be back, so check that out. Big Brothers Big Sisters Sault Ste. Marie. Go online. There's so many ways you can help. We'll see you in just a minute. I'll be back with my friend and partner in crime, Luann Young, on Mornings with Luann and Tim right after this. You start.
And welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim. You have no fun at all, do you, at work?
I hate my job.
You're so miserable. Isn't that good information?
About the Big Brothers and Big
Yeah.
Sisters, did you know that they got rid of the gender thing? You no longer
I
have.
had no idea.
They do not. You no longer have to be matched woman to dog, like woman to girl,
Mm-hmm.
man to boy. It's not gender specific, so you could be a big sister to a little brother, which makes
That's
total.
awesome,
Well, it
doesn't
makes
it?
total
Sure.
sense. I mean, we're talking about single parents all over the place right now.
Absolutely.
We know that it's not about the gender of the person who is modeling for you, who is your role model, who is mentoring you. It's not about that. It's just about the one-on-one, the contact.
Absolutely. And you know what? There aren't enough volunteers.
No, and they
For
said they've
Big
got about
Brothers, Big
22
Sisters.
right now that are in line waiting for.
See, that's too many.
yeah,
Poor
so
little
we
kids.
can help. We can help.
Yeah, we're going to do that for sure.
All right. Well, Luann, tomorrow is Tuesday. We'll
Yes,
be
it
back.
is. We're going to be back with belts on.
We'll see you then. Tune in tomorrow morning on Mornings with Luann and Tim here on ONNtv. Thanks
Have
for
a good
joining us
one.
today.